Cash flow forecasting of small cap portfolio and Capstone Copper by Dwayne Gray, December 18, 2024. Pro forma income statement Capstone Copper Corp. Brackets mean negative number. Growth 1.03818 year over year. So from net sales revenue in 2023 was 1,345,511,000. In 2024 is projected to be 1,396,880,609 Expected year 2025 revenue in net sales is expected to be 1.450 billion, 1,450,215,588 Gross profit year 2023 is 319 million. Year 2024 331 million. And expected year 2025, 344 million. Pre-tax income, year 2023, 91 million. 2024, 94 million. 2025, 98 million. Net income, year 2023, $101 million. 2024, $105 million. Expected year 2025 net income to be $109,583,882. Retained earnings, the same as net income. It's going to be 101 million 2023, 2024 105 million. Effective year 2025, 109 million. Profit margin 32% in year 2025, and total cost divided by net sales is 76%. Small cap balanced 3 months return yield from inception August 21st, 2021 to 2024. Company name, return yield, current weight, actual historical return yield ex ante. At Canellis Corp, return 381%, current weight 5.1.60%, ex ante 1.59960. Celestica Inc. Current return yield 60%, current rate 6.43%, ex ante 3.858%. Capstone Copper 7%, current rate 4.28%, ex ante 0.29960. Canadian Tire Corp. Negative 9%, current rate 3.55%, ex ante negative 0.31950. First Service Corp. 9%, current return 9% current yield, 9% return yield, current rate 4.28%, ex ante 0.38520. IGM Financial, return yield 20%, current rate 4.73%, ex ante 0.946%. Northland Power negative 9%, 3.520 current rate, negative 0.3168 ex ante. Onyx Corp 22%, current rate 4.76%, ex ante 1.04720%. Vita Corp negative 6%. Current rate 3.770%, negative 0.22620 ex ante. Quebecer Inc. 19% return yield. Current rate 4.570%. Ex ante 0.86830%. Bank of Montreal 1.6%. Current rate 1.630%. Ex ante 0.026008%. Ontario Hydro 0.8% return yield. Current rate 1.62%. Ex ante 0.01296%. 0.01296%. Manitoba Provinces 3.8% return yield. Current rate 1.670%. Ex ante 0.06346%. Ontario A 1.20%. Current rate 1.63%. Ex ante 0.01956%. Saskatchewan Province 1.6% return yield. Current rate 1.63%. Ex ante 0.02608%. British Columbia 1.60%. Current return yield. 1.63 current rate. 0.02608 ex ante. Ontario Hydro 0.90%. 1.625 current rate. 0.01463 ex ante. HSBC 1.7% return yield. 1.64 current rate. 0.02788 ex ante. Toyota Motor Corp 1.6% return yield. Current rate 1.630%. Ex ante 0.02608. Quebec Province negative 0.7%. 1.620% current rate. Negative 0.01134 ex ante. Royal Bank of Canada 1.40% return yield. 1.640 current rate. 0.02296 ex ante. Bank of Montreal 1.70 return yield. Current rate 1.63% current rate. 0.02771 ex ante. Ontario 3 1.60% return yield. These are all bonds. 1.63%, 1.63% current rate. 0.02608 ex ante. Honda Corporation 1.60% return yield. 1.630 current rate. 0.02608 ex ante. National Bank of Canada 2.8% return yield. 1.650 current rate. 0.04620 ex ante. General Motors Corp 1.80% return yield. 1.640 current rate. Ex ante 0.02952. 30-year Treasury bill, 3.17%, 15% current rate, 0.47550 ex-ante. Liquidity cash, 0.02%, 15% current rate, 0.00250 ex-ante. Total stock, equity, corporate provincial bonds, 69.555 current rate. Total portfolio total 101.195. Portfolio initial value about 230 million. The portfolio needs to be rebalanced though. Small cap balanced portfolio, 3 months return yield from inception, August 21st, 2024. Akenereles Corp. Return yield 31%, current rate 5.160%, actual historical return yield ex post 1.59960%. Celestica Inc. Return year 60%, current rate 6.43%, ex post actual historical return yield 3.858%. Capstone Copper, return yield 7%, current rate 4.28%. Actual historical return yield ex post 0.2996%. Canadian Tire Corp. Negative 9% return yield. (3.55% current rate), negative 0.3195 actual historical return yield ex post. First Service Corp. Return yield 9%, current rate 4.28%. Actual historical return yield ex post 0.3852%. IGM Financial, return yield 20%, current rate 4.73%. Actual historical return yield ex post 0.946%. Northland Power, negative 9% return yield, 3.52% current rate, negative 0.3168% actual historical return yield ex post. Onyx Course, 22% return yield, 4.76 current rate, 1.0472% actual historical return yield ex post. VitaHub Corp. Return yield negative 6%, current rate 3.77%, negative 0.2262%, negative 0.2262% actual historical return yield ex post. Quebecer Inc. Return yield 19%, current rate 4.57%, actual historical return yield ex post 0.8683%. Bank of Montreal bond, 1.6% return yield, 1.63% current rate, 0.02608 actual historical return yield ex post. Ontario Hydro corporate bond, 0.8% return yield, current rate 1.62%, actual historical return yield ex post 0.01296. Montreal Provinces, 3.8% return yield, 1.67 current rate, 0.06346 ex post actual historical return yield. Ontario A, 1.2% return yield, current rate 1.63, 1.63 current rate, 0.01956 actual historical return yield ex post. Saskatchewan Province, 1.6 return yield, 1.63% current rate, 0.2608 ex post actual historical return yield. British Columbia, 1.60 return yield, current rate 1.630, current rate 0.02608% actual historical return yield ex post. Ontario 1, 0.9% return yield, 1.625 current rate, 0.01463 actual historical return yield ex post. HSBC corporate bond, 1.7 return yield, 1.64 current rate, 0.02788 actual historical return yield ex post. Toyota Motor Corp, 1.6% return yield, 1.63 current rate, 0.02608 actual historical return yield ex post. Negative 0.7 return yield, Quebec Province, 1.62 current rate, negative 0.1134% actual historical return yield ex post. Royal Bank of Canada, 1.4% return yield, 1.64% current rate, 0.02296 actual historical return yield ex post. Bank of Montreal corporate bond, 1.7% return yield, current rate 1.63%, 0.02771 actual historical return yield ex post. Ontario return yield 1.60%, current rate 1.63, 0.02608 actual historical return yield ex post. Honda Motor Corp Fin, 1.6% return yield, 1.63% current rate, 0.02608 actual historical return yield ex post. National Bank of Canada, 2.8 return yield, 1.65 current rate, 0.4620 actual historical return yield ex post. General Motors Corp, 1.8% return yield, 1.64 current rate, 0.2952, 0.02952 actual historical return yield ex post. 30-year Treasury bill CAD, 3.17% return yield, 15% current rate, 0.4755% actual historical return yield ex post. Liquidity cash, 0.02% return yield, 15% current rate, 0.025 actual historical return yield ex post. Portfolio total 101.195 actual historical return yield ex post 9.02942%. Total stock equity corporate provincial bonds 69.555. Actual historical return yield ex post 8.52190. Portfolio initial value approximately $230 million. Price performance price input ratios Capstone Copper. Remember, this is just estimates. So from full year 2022 basic and diluted, 2023, 2024, 2025. And we have some basic measure net income, total assets, shareholder equity, gross profit, etc. So basically, it's forecasting that the full year 2024 price is going to be at $4.42 for price to book ratio, and for price to earnings ratio it will be $5.05. If you take the current price subtracted by the P ratio of $5.05, you have $1.44. Same thing for full year 2025, 261 cents by price to book ratio, and $4.42 for full year 2025 PE ratio, which is if you take the PE ratio of 2025 and from the current price now, you have 2007 cents. Pro forma balance sheet in millions of dollars, Capstone Copper Corp. 2023 total assets $12,219,000,069. Total liabilities and equity $16,789,000,083. External financing needed shortfall $4,570,014,000. Added to long-term debt, 75% of the $4 billion is negative $3,558,000,000. Additional, that was long-term debt. Short-term debt, negative $1,186,000,000. So we're add that on to 2024's long-term and short-term debt, which brings the short-term debt for 2024 at $1,159,056,000, and long-term debt to $2,251,000,000. And it evens out. The total assets in 2024 equals $12,686,000,000, and total liabilities equals $12,686,000,000. Growth over the years is 1.03818, and as you can see, you have the approximate percentage of sales for each designation. This is just a continuation from the fall slide, which stating that in 2025, the total assets equal total total liabilities and shareholders' equity. So it's going to come up to approximately $13,170,198,000 for both. And then it's going to say that the revenue is going to be for 2025 is going to be $1,450,250,588.